Hello, for anyone watching this on the internet. What you're watching is a game that was arranged through Gauntlet Hangouts. Basically, the Gauntlet is a community on the internet gets together and play cool games, indie games, story games, OSR games. You can find them at gauntlet-rpg.com. They have a fairly busy blog, a monthly zine full of supplements to existing games and original games, which there will be more of that lately, which is fab. And also they have the Hangouts calendar where this game was arranged. What we're playing is Avowed by at Stark Blank on Twitter. They don't have their name out, but you can follow them at Stark Blank. This was written for the emotional mecha game jam that was run by John R. Harness and Takuma Okada. Itch, links down below as always. And this is a duet game, as you can see. It's just myself, Leandro Pondok, pronouns he, him, and my partner for this duet, which kind of introduce yourself.
I'm Alex, they, them pronouns, lover of sad mech games. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, fun. Yeah. Yeah, for relative definition of the term fun. Yeah, for those who don't know, we just played one of those sad mech games 24 hours before this, and it sure was a boatload of fun. Check it out on the YouTube channel, and there'll be another one in 2 weeks. So never-ending roller coaster of fun. Anyway, before we get into all the fun and grandeur, and we get to explain what exactly Avowed is, let's talk about safety tools first, because they're always they honestly they should be mandatory when playing games such as these, especially when when they say emotional mecha game jam, they're not lying. They're going for the feels, like just in terms of the design and what the games are written to do. So we try to make sure that those of us playing are in a safe and comfortable environment. So one of the tools we're using is lines and veils. Basically, lines are things that we won't cross, won't show up in fiction at all. It's not on the table. Veils are something that can happen in fiction, but we're not going to concentrate on it. It happens off screen. Throw a veil over it, like allude to it. It can happen, but not going to concentrate on it. We also have the X card, which basically if we roll into something that just makes people uncomfortable, and this applies to either of us. Either of us can play the X. Say you want to X card that, you want to play the X card, you can make the sign on the screen or on the chat, and whatever. And either of us can ask questions about what exactly is being X carded, but no one gets the question if it's played. If it's played, we'll respect that, and we will roll back and try something else. And finally, we have an open door policy on this table, where basically, for whatever reason, either of us need to just step away from the table, whether because there's an emergency, or you're tired and hungry, or you just need a break, even for like 5 minutes. That can happen anytime in play. So that's open to either of us. Cool. So this game, Avowed. I'll just read like the 3-sentence blurb it has on Itch. We'll be linked down below. Send edicts to your dear one from afar. Defy your beloved commanding officer. Die in a tin soldier. Fairly straightforward. So there are 2 roles in this game. There is the fearless commander and the ace pilot. Before the game begins, choose who will play the ace pilot and who will play their fearless commander. And we're going to hand the corresponding page to each player. So there's 2 pages in this game, and whichever role we pick, we're not meant to look at the other page. Because the prompts, they're all going to be about the same scenarios, but we'll have different instructions for each role. And it's meant to I guess simulate the whole, there's a relationship between, there's a bond between the pilot and the commander, but ultimately there is a hierarchy to that, I guess. So I'll ask you, Alex, which one are you interested in playing?
That is a good question. I'm honestly down for either. But I mean, it is always fun to be an ace. I'll leave it up to you.
Well, since since you mentioned one thing that expressed some sort of preference, I'll take the commander then. So, all right. So, man, you really love playing your pilots, don't you? Maybe
This time I'm the pilot and the mech.
yeah. So yeah, you're the grunt, and I get to be the face. Well, we'll see what the relationship is between ourselves and between the commander and the pilot. So yeah, so you take the second page then. I guess we'll both be. I'll read out the blurb for the commander, and you can read out the blurb for the ace pilot, the one on the main paragraph there, if that's okay. And I'll read. Okay, so I'll start. I'll read out the fearless commander's blurb. So you are the fearless commander, one of the nation fleet's most brilliant tacticians. The war effort appears to be coming to a close, giving you time to focus on the activities of a beloved pilot. You need to win these final battles, but your utmost goal will be to keep your beloved pilot safe through the end. And then, so I'm going to pick 2 traits or write my own, and then name my character. Why don't you read the blurb for the ace pilot then?
Yeah, you are the ace pilot, one of the best combat operatives in the fleet. You've seen a few scrapes so far, but as the conflict drags on, the enemy seems to be getting desperate. Your goal now is to serve your dear commander while earning enough victories to turn the tide of the war. Stay alive.
I love just the asymmetry in terms of what we call each other. Also, the role of the pilot, just remembered, will need some coin flipping. So you don't need to find a physical coin. I think if you literally search coin flip on Google, there will be just a widget that's on the Google's. Okay, all right. As I mentioned last time we played, physical objects are cooler to have. So okay. Also, is that a church's poster? Because that's rad. Hell yeah. Okay. Fab. All right. So I guess I will take some. We'll take like 5 or 10 minutes to do some bit of character creation. It is just like name and choose 2 traits, which is fairly simple. And then after that, we kind of introduce the characters, and then we'll define the relationship, and then jump into play. Okay, looks like at least both of us have traits. You know, let's just introduce our characters now, and then our characters, if that's okay. You down for that? Fab. All right. Okay, so I guess I'll go first because I'm the commander. I have to go first. Also, I just realized, yeah, in our character we're using, I used the one from the commander sheet to name the 2 tabs. So you might not be beloved pilot. Why don't you just say ace pilot? That's how. Yeah. So feel free to change that. But yeah, speaking of the commander, actually, I'm gonna put down as well. Fearless or the dear commander. So my character is Commander Victoria Joy, she, her, and I'm kind of basically last time Alex and myself played, I played like kind of a somewhat bratty youth. This time I kind of want to go for the complete inverse of that. Well, somewhat still rebellious, but someone who's kind of like a bit just a bit more direct, because the 2 traits that she has is that she's pure of cause. I mean, she believes in what we're fighting for, but she's kind of scorned by their superiors because she's very kind of like blunt, and she doesn't play politics. She's very much a maverick, I guess. It shows by the fact that she has a beloved pilot that she maybe kind of favors everyone else. We'll see what the relationship is. Speaking of her ace pilot, who are Alex, please introduce.
I'm playing the Ace brackets beloved pilot, Gamma Squad Leader Aurora, pronouns. I pick the traits, fights for her friends, because, you know, this war's been going on a while, and there have been a lot of people to fight for. A lot of people lost. And also hot-blooded and reckless. Because, I mean, when you're as good as I am, who's going to stop you?
Also, I love that. Yeah, I didn't even plan for it, but yours is the red one and mine's the blue one. So like proper. And well, I guess I'm not that cool or collected. If I describe my character as a maverick. All right. Aurora sounds cool. We'll explore what Aurora's like in play. But first, we need to define a relationship. All right, so there's like 3 examples there, but we can define whatever. Which one are you feeling, Alex?
I can honestly go for any of them. And I picked the play sheets, so it's only fair that you have to make a choice at some point.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay, all right. Let's say I kind of like the idea that they were peers, they were former classmates. Maybe they were like not close friends. They would be friends in the academy. It's just that Victoria kind of rose really quickly through the ranks, for whatever reason. So
nice.
Yeah, a weird.
I mean, not gonna lie, Aurora would make a lot of stupid decisions to show off how cool he was. So I feel like this makes sense as a plot.
Yeah. And does Victoria see that as like detriment or useful in combat? We'll see. All right, so we'll see. Play to find out what happens. So speaking of play, each battle the fearless commander goes first. The ace pilot decides what they will do, then flips a coin to determine the outcome. Both players make tally marks as written and do not show the other player. Forgot about that. I'll just use a notes app, I guess, to tally marks. You should narrate scenes or conversations between battles, but not the battles themselves. So what I'm imagining here is, because I go first, I'll frame the scene before the battle, and you can frame the scene after. If that makes sense. And then if either of us want an interstitial between each battle, that's perfectly fine as well. Just so like it's not all battle. Even though like we're in the middle of a war that's about to end. So okay. All right, so let's see. Prompt 1. Okay, so actually, you know what? Because I'm giving you the orders, why don't you kind of like frame what you're doing into this? Because I'm not allowed to look at your sheet.
Gotcha. I think we see. Wait, let me just read my prompt because my prompt also is sitting information that I need to probably stick to. Yeah, I think we see Aurora in her mech, like quite a lot bigger than a human. So he's just like chilling in the cockpit, lying sideways on an asteroid belt, looking at like the planet above. And then there's like another pilot off somewhere in the distance shooting up like a rock. And Aurora just like takes a pot shot at it and goes back to like sipping on some really, really bad quality alcohol.
I think just as you sip, you hear just like, they communicate through the mech, or I don't know, maybe through your communications device. And I don't know. I don't think you'd set a ringtone for your tier commander. I don't know. Probably not.
I'm definitely gonna find one before this game ends now.
Oh God, our relationship is that personal. Okay. But yeah, I think yeah, it's you gotta communicate like a line to like talk to the commander. Clearly, the commander's like just contacting you to just like there's no intimation if there's any orders or not. Like if you want to open that line.
Yeah, I think we see Aurora quickly like throw the bottle outside of the cockpit, like tidy up the uniform a bit. You're like, Commander, yes, hello.
Squad Leader Aurora, I hope I didn't catch you at an inopportune time.
I mean, there's nothing going on here. There's no inopportune times.
Don't worry, I'll compensate you for the bottle. Given that some things come up and I need your particular set of skills.
How did you know? But wait, is this a mission?
Yes, this is a mission, although, I might give you a few hours to sober up if you think that's necessary.
Of course not. Who do you think I am?
Clearly, I know I've known too much about you during the course of this war, Aurora, in the fact that I'm actually thinking that, what you just said right there, which can be grounds for a court-martial, is perfectly fine.
Aw, I love you too.
Oh, you're such a flatterer. Anyway, this shouldn't be too hard of a mission for you, especially for what you can do. Quick out of character. What's Aurora's specialty in terms of fighting, I guess? Like, are they fast, or are they tanky, or are they sorry, I'm using the wrong pronouns there. That's my bad. Are they like just quick, or are they dashing, or?
Oh, I mean, Aurora's always dashing, but
Of course.
I have to say, probably more of an emphasis on speed, and definitely like not hand-to-hand combat because it's mix, but like mechanical fist to mechanical fist combat.
Oh God. Okay. I think you hear Victoria's voice is going, well, I have something fairly simple, and then for you, Aurora, you should be able to take care of it quickly. After all, that is your specialty. We have reports of enemy light mechs coming in on the northern flank towards your post there. It's the squadron of 5, and they need to be taken out, all 5 of them, with extreme prejudice, as quickly as possible, which I know you can achieve. There's no need to, especially at the tail end of this war, there's no need for any slip-ups, if you get what I mean. All 5.
Sure. It'll be a good change of pace. Getting a little too boring around here.
Well, if you think it's boring, I can find something more up to your speed, I guess.
I mean, it'll be a good warm-up, but, you know, I've got high hopes for next time.
All right, I'll work on it. And also, I guess, a new bottle for you. Remind me again, what's your vintage?
Oh, 6-month-old antifreeze mixed with some of the juice rations.
Oh my god. All right, when this war is over, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna introduce you to the finer. Oh my god.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, you've got your orders. So we're not gonna describe the battle itself. Instead, yeah, you just well, do your thing. I guess you have to flip a coin, and if you follow orders.
Oh, choices.
Well, I guess if you follow orders, you just mark a thing. Oh, just tell me, are you gonna follow orders or are you gonna improvise?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow orders. I don't see any reason not to. Sounds like a good battle.
Yeah, these two people are almost too friendly. We need to rectify that. No, okay, we're not to do that. Okay, so I've issued you your personal orders. If I follow my order, if you follow my orders, I'm gonna mark a thing. If you're injured, I'm gonna mark a thing, and you also mark your things as well.
Sweet ass.
Yeah. All
I
right.
thought it is. No coin flip, Mark. A thing and a thing.
I love the observation. Like, no, we just mark our things, and, and by the end of it, it'll all make sense. But okay, I know I just said I should frame the scene and you should frame the beginning, and you should frame the end, but I just realized because my prompts are a bit more vague than yours, then we should flip that, and instead you frame the scene and I'll frame the end.
Gotcha.
And, yeah. And I guess we'll narrate a bit of the battle. Or I guess what's your feeling when when the battle's over, when you come back, you're taking out these mechs?
Oh. You know, I think there's like a bit of shame. Like, Aurora's got a flushed face after this because I think he took like a shot to the shoulder, not like personal, but on the mech. That he really should have dodged, but it was just like a little bit of rust, a little bit of alcohol. It was like it should have gone perfectly, and it went like just under that.
I think when Aurora gets back to her hangar base, on I guess the workbench or whatever next to it, there's a basket and a very nice like 20XX vintage wine and a note, fairly old-fashioned paper note, just saying, you know, make sure this bottle lasts till the end of the war, because I want the rest of it back.
Oh man, that is adorable.
God,
I think Aurora's gonna take that bottle and the note and just like put it in the cockpit of the mech. We're like hung up like a picture.
Oh my god. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so then we're in between kind of like prompts at the moment. Let's kind of like I do kind of want to do an interstitial, maybe kind of like maybe flashbacking back to their times in the academy. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Just like trying to kind of contrast their relationships. That's all right.
Totally.
All right. Let's see. Maybe kind of like when they first talked or something, or kind of like when they first had a conversation. And I'm gonna go back to more anime cliches, but I think this may be like during PE, and Victoria is completely the bookish type who's just sitting on the bench. I guess they don't have. Oh no, she's old fashioned. She definitely has a book. book on histories of the war, and if the PE teacher kind of like comes to like, hey, you have to do these laps without looking, she's gonna pull up a sick note that she may or may not have written herself. It's like, I'm sick. I've got my legs just really hurt. My legs just really hurt.
And I think you'll see across the track field, Aurora take like a dive to the finish line and just get like a big scrape right across her face. And then it's like, shit. And, like, runs over to the bench, like, teach, I might need to sit this one out a bit. I got a bit of a thing. And then take the seat next to Victoria.
You know, you didn't have to dive like that. Eyes still on the page.
I mean, it looked cool, didn't it?
Yeah, but now you're wounded, and now you're sitting here instead of doing more running. I don't think you wanted that, right?
It was worth it.
Yeah, and she looks up at you. How?
I mean, went down in a blaze of glory, didn't I? What about you? Why are you sitting here?
Blazes of glory is not for me. This is like, okay, all right. I kind of set myself a reading challenge. I'm like 2 books behind, and I just need to get this done. And I didn't think, and classes are important. You know, like the academy teaches us cool stuff, but I did my calculations. PE seemed like the one I should just not focus on.
I mean, could you like get one of those short stories? Does that count?
What? Technically, but that would be cheating. Like that would be too easy. Like if I put a short story on my reading challenge, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
I mean, you just said technically it would work, so really it's not cheating.
But this isn't like fighting a war. This is about my pride. I mean, technically, yeah, it would count, and technically you did look cool, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're sitting on this bench, and I wouldn't have put in the work. It's like putting in a picture book, you know? I mean, technically it worked, but she's frantic now.
I always did like the little robot who could.
Yeah, no, yeah. That is a favorite thing. When I was 9, I was like, but anyway, that was when I was 9. I'm not anymore, and I have to finish this. And she holds up like, the history of the Ringed Siege, Volume 6, or something like that. And she's like, anyway, I don't know if that picture book could help with my studies anyway. I've used the word anyway too many times. Who are you again?
Oh, hi, I'm Aurora. I'm going to be the best pilot there ever was.
Well, hi, my name is Victoria. Good luck with that, but you don't mind if I, like, point out the criticism of your style, right?
I mean, I kind of would mind. That would be pretty rude of you.
Okay, all right. Okay, the guidance counselor said I should stop doing that, so I'll stop. I won't say anything. But best pilot. I mean, enthusiastic.
Of course. What about you? What are you gonna be? Why are you reading that really boring-looking book?
Well, I don't think it's boring. I think it's really interesting. Like it sets up a lot about the context and the history of why we're fighting, and it sets up like you look into like strategies of what worked and what worked before, and she's gonna keep. I think we'll cut in the anime. It's gonna cut to like cut to another, like it fades in, and I don't know, Aurora's probably has a different pose, like a more bored pose, as Victoria's still talking. And
Yep, like the class has gone away, and it's like dusk is setting.
yeah, and I think of him, it's like, and you know, when Admiral Softstone implemented the Softstone Gambit, that's when the siege of the Ringed City and is it me or is it getting cold? Here.
Oh, I mean, it has been many hours.
Oh. Okay, all right. I guess. So no, she's not gonna apologize for what she did. See, it's like, well, I know you didn't say. I know you didn't say you didn't want to christen, but I just as one. When you do your dive, just make sure you angle your head upwards, so you wouldn't get a gash, but you'd still look awesome.
Oh, thanks for the tip. I'll keep it in mind.
Cool. I guess I'll see you around.
See you around.
All right. Oh, these two are adorable. What's gonna happen?
So adorable.
Oh,
why are we doing this to them?
Why are we doing this to them? Oh god. Oh, it's too late. We've started this.
We've started it. We've got to finish it.
We've got to commit. All right.
Alrighty. Oh, my turn to set a scene, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, what to do?
Actually, if I'm reading this correctly, I have to give you orders first, and then you end up in the situation. Actually, hold on.
Actually, yeah, in my prompt it says orders have come in. So
yeah. Okay, so I'll start this one. So I guess it is different between prompts. We'll just negotiate over that. Okay. So I think this is what. Okay, so when the orders, what are you doing when orders come in?
Oh, when orders come in, you know, I think it's got to be like the morning PT. I think we'll see Aurora like sprinting around the track field that they've set up at this base. And I think as Aurora goes to like dive for the finish line with the head tilted back, that's when you hear like the communicators start beeping. Wait, no. Maybe? I'm not sure. It says someone else tells me I've got orders, so I'm not sure how your prompt looks, but that's when I hear that I've got orders.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. I think when you hear your voice, you hear Victoria's voice. It's what does she say? I think she says, Aurora. Aurora, I've got very important orders for you. And what? Actually, hold on. And you hear kind of the beeping goes off, and then if you look to your right, you see that well, where the commander's right over there. I think they were just like you you'll probably tell that she's walking in between like just places, and she was just passing by the PT track. Hold on, let me hear this ringtone. Off. Oh my god. So when you do your dive in that place, mid of Wagner, and you're like, Aurora, I've got orders for you. Would you kindly report it? Wait, hold on. Look to your left, actually. Just look to your left.
I think Aurora looks to her left. He's the commander, and does like a guts pose of like, Yeah.
I'm shaking my head. Just and I beckon you to come with me as we do a walk and talk, West Wing style.
Nice. I dig it.
Yeah. So I think like Victoria says like, well, I'm glad to know you're taking care of yourself just as the war is about to end. Wouldn't want you to receive any sudden gashes all of a sudden, right?
Of course. Don't worry. I've been keeping my head tilted back. All fine.
I mean, the smart pilot would just not dive and just, run and just stop where they are, but I guess.
But Commander, this is the first piece of advice you gave me. I can't let it go to waste.
You know, what I really wanted to say is that maybe you shouldn't dive, but I mean, come on, Aurora. That's not going to stop you. Whatever I say, right?
You know me too well.
Right. And I think you kind of reach their Victoria's office, which is, I think what you see is kind of it's a big desk, and there's a window looking out to the view of space. I think we're in space. I just decided we're in space. I'm sorry.
I'm down with it.
Yeah. And I think she doesn't even gesture for you to sit. I think she kind of expects you to just sit down wherever. And she kind of
like sit half on the desk.
Yeah, I think she expected you to sit down, and she reluctantly was going to sit down, and like, oh man, we have a desk between us. But if you're sitting on the desk, she just relaxes and kind of like sit down, and she's like, okay, so I guess I promised you something big. Clearly 5 mechs wasn't good enough for you.
Is it sarcasm? I can't quite tell.
Honestly, Aurora, if I can be blunt, if I had it my way, I wouldn't be sending you into anything more dangerous than what I sent you towards. War's nearly over, And
what? There's still fighting to be done.
Yeah, but it's well, if that's how you feel, I guess I shouldn't get in the way of that. And no, I wasn't being okay. I was kind of being sarcastic, I guess.
That's Vic for you.
All right, okay. And she presses like some holographic keys on the desk, and kind of like brings up a picture of a person, and Victoria gives you your orders and says, okay, well, this is the diplomat to the Xenox colonies. His name is Apex Veranda, and he has very crucial information that could help bring the outlying colonies to our cause. Unfortunately, they're behind enemy lines, accompanied by 2 heavy class mechs, and there's a gunship. And I wasn't lying when I said I would have dearly wanted to send anyone else into this mission, because it's a tough one. But you're the best we have. And that wasn't sarcasm.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. Man, he looks like an asshole.
They're diplomats. They train to be assholes. just Aurora, just be glad you're on the ground and you don't have to be admin. Have to deal with neither here nor there. Don't tell him I said they're all assholes. And if you say it comes out fine from you because you're a soldier, but just don't. That's just don't.
I'll never understand why anyone would become a commander.
Well, you know what? Well, I'll tell you after the war, I guess. Just, you know, that's a okay. You know what?
That's a promise.
It's a promise. Yeah. Well, it feels like I should ask something of you then. I mean, it's only fair.
Of course. What do you want to know? I'm always open.
That's the thing. You're so open. Like it feels like I know exactly who you are. Or I'll think about it. Hold on to that.
I'll try and make some secrets in the meantime.
So so good luck on your quest to make yourself interesting then.
Yes, Commander.
All right. I think when you kind of get like the official briefing, because I think we'll end the scene there. The orders are to extract the diplomat by whatever means necessary. As in, you have to get them out even if they don't want to, because they're crucial. I think
Nice.
Victoria couldn't like say it out loud to you, and she preferred just have it on the official briefing.
I like it.
All right. All right. So I've issued my orders. I think the one thing you have to tell me is if you followed your orders.
Gotcha. Well, I'll definitely follow my orders.
And then you
My
tell
question is...
you have to flip a coin. I think I'm not picking. I'm just remembering what I was reading through this doc.
Yeah, so I think we'll get a snippet of in the infiltration. I think we'll see Aurora like in disguise knocking on the diplomat's door, and the diplomat is like arguing something to Aurora as Aurora is trying to like drag him out of the room, and then Aurora just pulls out a pistol and like fires some shots in the air, and then just drags him out of there, or tries to drag him out of there, and then I flip a coin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely following your orders.
Mm.
And I fuck it up.
Oh no! Oh no! So
I got a tails, which means they make a scene, and my dear commander must send backup.
Oh dear. I think that Victoria always just out of concern always has backup ready whenever you go on a mission. And I think this is basically like an entire squad. So this is also 5 mechs and a gunship for for good measure. And I think this is Victoria kind of like spending just a little bit more of whatever like political capital she has, which isn't much because her superiors don't like her, mainly because she favors certain people very explicitly. So I think so I guess how does they have to send backup, and I guess we'll pick up like how you feel about that in kind of like a closing scene. Or do you want to describe more of how you get the diplomat out?
By closing scene, do you mean like frame a scene after this, or just like a tiny epilogue?
It like a tiny epilogue, kind of like when at the first prompt when you came back and you found that wine. So kind of like a scene like that.
Oh right.
Yeah. So like opening the battle and closing the battle. If you want, I can do that. If you want.
No, I've got an idea. I'm just thinking about how to picture it.
Okay.
So I think when you, like, probably at a meeting or something, and when you get back to your office, you see a picture lying on your desk of Aurora with with the diplomat in like a headlock, giving him a noogie. And on the back, it's got like, thanks for the help, parts, Aurora.
I think the meeting that Victoria's coming back from is with that diplomat. And it was a lot of Victoria kind of having to apologize for the untruth behavior her beloved pilot played. And I think she's like, oh my God, why did Aurora do that? Oh my God, you're gonna hear some words from me and then when she gets back to her office and sees that picture, she's like, but I can't stay mad. I can't stay mad. God damn it. Let's do like another flashback scene and then we'll take a break.
Sounds good.
Since I framed the previous one, why don't you frame this one?
Oh. What would be a good scene? How about we go for when, like, they were just starting out as commanding officer and pilot. So maybe this is like just after they've graduated and they've got their roles.
Yeah,
like the first mission they'll be working on together.
Ooh. Yeah, and I think I guess you're in your mech and I'm kind of like, again, the voice yeah, just behind the screen, and I think Victoria is definitely nervous. And also I just blatantly realized this is the second character in a row played with you that her name starts with VI. Just realized that right now. Coincidences. So like, and yeah, Victoria's nervous, and if you thought she could babble about history, she's gonna babble about tactics so much. And just like, okay, look, remember, 2 clicks away is it's like an Oasis depot that's been abandoned. But remember, the enemy might be using that, might have left some trap mines there. So just make sure always send the minesweeper up beforehand. And also out there over by that ridge in the northern quadrant, we heard reports of enemy scout ships just floating by. So make sure you just stay hidden, and over there. And she's gonna keep going and going.
And by through, or it's gonna be like, Captain.
She's kind of babbling. She's still like, yes, private. I mean, yeah, private. Are you private or a corporal, do you think? Or what rank? I don't know.
I don't know what the difference is, so I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, all right. I think you're still like, you're not squad leader. So you're just part of the squad. Yeah, so it's just, yeah. What is it? Private Aurora. Private.
We heard this in the briefing. We've got this. You can relax.
Okay, it's just, but briefing was like 4 hours ago, and I just want to make sure. It's rough out there.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's some of the best there is.
You can't be the best there is when we've just started. Like, that's something you have to earn.
Just you wait. Besides, we've got you with us. What could go wrong?
You've got you have a nervous wreck for a captain. I don't know if you can tell, but the commanding officers had to they're giving me some looks right now.
looks. Why?
I don't know if you can tell, but I've been talking for a lot, and I'm not sure if it's protocol.
Oh, right. I kind of got used to that.
Yeah. Well, we're not in the academy anymore. We just have to. Well. Okay. Yep. Yep. No. No. Yes. Screw that. I don't want to stop talking like this. If you're okay with it.
Tell you what, we can even keep a private channel open.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing. Okay. No, there are regulations for fraternization. Yeah, I know. I know the regulations. That just means I know how to skirt around them. Okay.
I mean, you're giving your subordinate direct orders in order to complete their mission. I don't see what's wrong with that. If it's technically in the rules, it's not cheating.
I almost want to see you try and explain that to our commanding officers and see if they'll accept that. But that's err on the side of caution, I guess. One last thing before we have to go and talk over tactics or whatnot. You wouldn't believe the things kind of like the forward scouts finding out there. It's not good. Or
really? What's going on?
Just a lot of scorched earth tactics. We have the enemy on retreat, but they're not gonna make traveling through the terrain easy.
Well, if it was easy, you wouldn't need us.
I guess you can sign up for this. Oh, okay. If you know what, all right. If you say you can do it, I'll leave you to it. I'll get off this comms channel and just let.
I feel so lonely.
Okay. All right. Well, I said this comms channel because technically this is still open air. People might be listening in.
Oh. Sorry, Lieutenant. Confirm orders.
I think it's like orders confirmed, and she kind of Victoria giggles. No, she just laughs at that. And it's like, all right, orders confirmed. Private, and just I think you hear kind of like a bit of a klaxon in the background, and maybe you hear kind of like the actual commanding officer go on and report saying, "Alert! Enemy ace spotted. 5 clicks ahead." And that's all they say. Enemy ace.
Oh, foreshadowing. I like it.
And I think Victoria kind of comes back and is like, all right, so you heard that. Just remember, you're part of a squad. Don't take unnecessary risks. Just because they have one of their best pilots out there doesn't mean you have to go toe. Aurora, I know it. I know who you are. Just stay safe.
Don't worry. Luna would have me killed if I stole her spotlight. I'll watch from the sidelines this time around, but don't expect me to do it forever, okay?
No, of course not. Of course not. Wouldn't expect that. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Okay, I think that's a full hour we've had. Let's take a break. And if we can just like not make this sad, I'll be amazed. I'll be fine with that. I would be completely fine with that. I mean, technically this jam was for emotions and I'm feeling emotional, so
yeah, this is so happy and fun. I love these characters so much.
Yeah.
If they just nothing bad happens to them, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, especially after yesterday. But let's take a 10-minute break if you're okay with that.
Sounds good.
BRB. All right. So I was rereading the PDF, and turns out there is no rule saying we can't look at each other's page. So all this secrecy is actually pointless, and yeah. So I think the game will flow better now that we know exactly what the other person's doing. Which that makes sense. Communication is key. Secret information kept from other players unless it's for dramatic effect. It's bullshit. Don't ever do that. Anyone watching this is designing games. Be open with your information, unless it's a dramatically appropriate twist. In which case, wait for the best time to drop that. Anyway, enough about that. So yeah, see, Alex, I think you get a sense that whenever I run a facilitated game, we get into weird tangents. I'm so sorry. That's just me.
No, that's fair. I feel like this game did like benefit something from that secrecy because it is the whole like it gives that feeling of like I don't know what you want me to do. I'm just gonna do what I think you want me to do and see what happens.
Yeah. Actually, we can. Yeah, I think we'll keep the secrecy because there's just not rules written. I just misinterpreted thinking that it's probably cooler to have it. And you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense that way. Like,
yeah.
A lot of stuff I don't understand about this game, but it is very fun to play.
yeah. It definitely is. It's just, yeah. Well, it helps that these characters are just adorable, and I want the best for them. I just want the best for them. Okay, so let's go to prompt 3. I think ooh. All right. You frame this because yeah, I think I get the feeling just from reading from my prompt that you will probably face this person and you'll hear my orders about it. All right, so
alrighty. So I think for the dramatic effect, let's do it. I think Aurora is flying through some like I don't know what our side is called, but outside space. And is flying past where he had a first mission with Victoria as the commanding officer. And I think of the squad that was originally with Aurora, only one other person is left. And they aren't in Aurora's squad right now. So I think we see Aurora like slowly drifting through space there, listening to some Britney Spears, which I've just posted in the chat.
God damn it.
And reminiscing. Because I think this is some downtime between like actual fights. When like some klaxons start going off, interrupting the fantastical like retro music. And he sees on the distance the enemy ace that was on the first mission that wiped out Aurora's squad.
Did they have a name? Okay, so
That is a very good question, and I'm very bad at names.
Oh,
so
I just looked
go
at.
for.
Oh, go on. What's the name? What's their name?
That's gonna go for Mars.
Ooh, I like that. So what did they say to you? Why did they even communicate with you? Or did they just attack you?
No, I think they're keeping their distance. But I don't think they've actually opened any communication channels. I think it's just them, like, standing there, weapons drawn, ready to strike, but not making a move. And we're just locked in this stalemate.
Yeah, you got to communicate. The broadcast line opens right at the Valkyries play. Yeah, you somehow worked out how to change that in military hardware.
I'm not the ace pilot for nothing.
Fair enough. And you hear Victoria's voice coming. It's like, Aurora, we just picked up an enemy signal in your vicinity. Can you confirm? Can you Do you have visual confirmation on the enemy?
Mars.
Mars. Or I'm ordering you to retreat.
Retreat. But you know what they did.
I know. Believe me, I saw. But right now, according to our intelligence, Mars is alone. It's cut off from their unit, and with the war closing, there's no tactical advantage to taking them on right now. Back away and leave them be.
But everyone died because of them.
Everyone died. Yes. And I know. I know, but there's no point in adding you to that list right now. There's a chance you can take him, but there's a chance he can take you down as well. And there's no. I know what you want to do, Aurora, but please, this war's nearly over.
I think we see Aurora looking at the note tacked up on the dashboard. Like it's share this once the war is over. And I think Aurora says, Roger that. But make sure he suffers. I'm counting on you for that.
Don't worry. Once the war is over, he'll find that there's no getting away with what he did. I finally figured out the question I want to ask you. Actually.
Oh, yeah?
What do you want to do after the war?
Oh, that's deep. I like it.
All right, so you better come back so you'll have a chance to answer that. Okay?
Okay.
You're probably like in the anime cuts to all this time you don't see Victoria, but when it cuts to her, she's kind of like in her office, dark, seeing the screens and just being like looking really tense.
Yeah, I think we'll see Aurora like the hands gripping the controls so hard that you think they'll break, and just slowly pulls back to leave the battlefield.
I wouldn't be this tense, but I did look at your sheet and I saw like it's a 50-50 chance of
on tails you die.
Oh god.
This is hardcore.
God. Okay, all right. Let's do another flashback.
This one is all yours.
Okay. Let's see. This is in the middle of the war, and I think Victoria has risen up to commander now, and you're kind of like you are just became Gamma Squad Leader. I think this is like. I'm trying to think. Maybe either. I kind of wanted this to be like. Not somewhat tense because we just went through a tense scene, but like. Oh. I kind of like the idea that we're both on shore leave and we're at some, I don't know, either some sort of bar or your idea of entertainment outside of work. What's Aurora's idea of entertainment?
Man, that is a very good question. I feel like it's got to be like a sports bar. And I think like on the screens, there's some like weird anti-gravity blitzball knockoff happening.
At least they're not
And
underwater.
Aurora's like, every time we go goals, no matter what side, Aurora's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing that and being like, wait. But you were just rooting for the Aurochs there.
But I mean, it's more fun when everyone's scoring, right?
And she looks at the partisan crowd, who's probably some of them are looking like, wait, no, aren't you on the other side? And he's like, well, I guess whoever's not winning their team, they don't look happy.
Yeah, well, they can deal with it.
Yeah. And she's staring at like the beer that she bought, and then she's like, this is gonna sound really silly, but this is kind of my first time drinking alcohol. Is this okay?
Commander, really?
But look, I've been really busy. Like, I have my ideas of fun. Okay.
Oh yeah? What would those be?
Having a nice cup of tea and reading a nice book. That's fun.
I mean, you could bring a book in here. I don't think they have tea, but it's the same color, kind of.
God damn it. Victoria looks stricken. I need you to bring a book to this place. Do you see many people reading here?
No. You see many people cheering for both sides?
I guess not. And she reaches into her coat and pulls out a short story.
Okay, so you finally decided to cheat on your reading log.
Well, we're not in the academy anymore. We're busy. We're fighting a war. I mean, technically, it. Oh wait, don't you start. Don't you start.
Me, start something. I would never.
Exactly. You're always so like mature and tempered in what you do.
I'm glad you know me so well.
All right. Since I'm giving you all my secrets, you want another one?
Oh yes, please, please.
Okay. You didn't hear this from me. I'm gonna kind of slightly retcon the framing we had. I don't think you're Gamma Squad leader yet, because what Victoria's gonna say is, okay, you didn't hear this from me, but superior or commanding officers are looking over to promote some folks, and I pushed for your name.
What? Really? Oh my goodness. I think Aurora's gonna give you like a massive bear hug. It's like, Vic, thanks so much.
Don't mention it.
I'm gonna be the best squad leader. You'll see. You'll see.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I know. I know you are. I wouldn't have put your name forward if I didn't think you could be. You couldn't be. I mean, some of the commanding officers, I won't say names because you just be angry at them. They didn't think much when I put forward your name, but I know you. I know you are. I know you've got what it takes. And you're gonna be amazing. You're gonna help us finish this war.
Thanks, Vic. It means a lot. Yeah, the best commanding officer around. Offer her a toast.
Well, soon to be the best pilot in the fleet. And she offers you a toast as well. And then she drinks and gags because she bought cheap crap beer. Not craft beer, crap beer. And then she's like,
yeah, I think definitely the recommendation of Aurora, who just like drinks half of it in one gulp.
yeah. I think Aurora takes one sip, like, this is swill. This is what you do in your spare time?
Yeah, amazing, right?
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'll give it another go. Okay. One more prompt. Let's hope this turns out well.
One more prompt.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. So I think. So I just peeked it. I think I'm gonna narrate my side, and then you narrate your side.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I think you know as well. Both of us are going to a peace negotiation, and you're in my honor guard. Well, yeah, you're in my honor guard. Keep an eye on kind of the enemy, and I'm going to compose my orders. I don't know if you're going to get them or not, but I think this is a missive. This isn't like a usual thing where we go to a private channel and our conversations are completely not what a commanding officer and a pilot should be talking. But like, all right, to Gamma Squad Leader Aurora. I'm writing this through like official channels, but you know I'm not gonna like even try, not with you, because throughout this war I've never tried to talk to you as anything more than a friend. I've never tried to be Commander Victoria Joy, and even near the end I'm not gonna start because we're near the end, and there's a good chance that we might actually see the end of it now that we're negotiating a peace. I'd just like you to know that this war has been hell on many fronts. There's a lot of stuff I've never told you about. Decisions that had to be made. Decisions that had to be made pragmatically, as my superiors would say. Decisions I was privy to, and in some cases I was an accessory to. I'm sure you've seen your side of hell as well. I wouldn't even know what it's like to be down there, facing everything at my orders. But we made it. And I think there's a pause there because this is like a voice command sort of orders. And Victoria can pause and say, we're going to make it. We're actually going to make it. I'm not going to say if, because even though I can break down the strategy and like tell you things could go bad, war might continue, where we're going, things might break down. But no, you face things so honestly. You're so just forward. And some people would say I was reckless, but that's a part of you I wish I was more like. And you know what? I'm going to take that step. We're going to make it. We're going to see the end of the war. And once that's over, we don't have to hold on to this hierarchy. I don't think I don't want to be Commander Victoria Joy to you anymore. The funny thing is, I don't think I ever was. But let's do away with that. Just officially. Let's see the end of this war and see where we go on afterwards. It'll be fun. Well, you'll make it fun. Yours truly, Vix. Now narrate your side.
Oh man, so yeah, I hear nothing of that. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so heart-wrenching.
Yeah. I know we said before the break would make it sad, but that's just what we do. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh man. What do I even do? So, oh, how should I do this? Should I frame what I'm doing when the enemy appears? That sound good to you?
Yeah.
Sweet as. You know what? I like symmetry. So let's say Aurora is like, just in case Aurora is writing like a log for the next black box. And I think he's gonna say stuff like, oh, what's a good thing to start it off with? Let's go like log number 1, space date 12th of June. Man, I'm really not used to this. Anyway, listen, if you're listening to this, Vix, I just wanted to say it's been a long war, and there's been a lot of stuff. Some good, most bad. And I never would have made it this far without you there to help me. I mean, I don't want to break any promises just yet. So I'm not going to say what I want to do when this is all over. You'll have to wait and find out. But I just want you to know that I want to stick by you. Even when we're no longer Commander, Her Majesty, Victoria, last names, Joy, and Gamma Squad Leader Aurora. Like number 1, signing off. And then I think we see the klaxons start ringing and enemies appear on the horizon. Well, it's no horizon because this is space, but the space horizon.
Yeah. The event horizon.
Yeah. And then I choose what to do. Because I don't have any orders. And the only natural thing I can... Wait, do you have to say orders that you wanted me to do and then I do what I wanted to do anyway?
No, my prompt was, does your missive stay practical or turn intimate?
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, with no orders, I'm going to rush to defend my dear commander rather than attack the enemy. Let's see how this goes. I dropped the coin. Take 2. That's tails.
Oh dear. Well, at least you didn't attack.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. Well, I mean, neither is a winning choice, but the prompt is on tails. You and your dear commander are captured alive. So.
Okay, well, at least we're alive. You just mark nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. You just mark nothing, so that's gonna affect kind of like the end state. You know what? At least we're alive. at least we're alive. That's the important thing. I don't even care who won or whatnot in the war. Honestly.
Yeah. So I think we'll get that still of like, as soon as the enemy starts to like win the fight, Aurora just like puts away the weapons and signals for surrender.
I think I was already captured at that point, and when I see you, kind of like, I think I as I've been kind of led away, I see you like moving to intercept, and I was like, "Don't you fucking dare! Don't you dare!" And then when I see you like surrender, I just kind of like, I think I collapsed to my knees actually, and whoever's capturing me had to haul me back up to my feet. Okay. So now that we've reached the end,
we survived.
We survived. Thank God. Oh my God! All right, okay, all right. We'll have one final scene, but before that, we need to like tally stuff. I'll go for my side first. So what the ones I was tallying is victory and safety. I got a victory of 3 and a safety of 5. All battles are over. Count your marks. If you have 2 or more victory, the nation fleet has won the war. So thank Christ our capture is only temporary. I think what this means that we mark nothing. In the eyes of the nation fleet, the safety of your beloved pilot means nothing. Well, fuck. God. What a bunch of pricks.
That is so rude.
That is so rude. Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right,
So
your turn.
in my one, all battles are over, count your marks. I had victory and esteem, but victory means nothing to me. So I don't know why that was a thing.
I think that was to make a point.
Safety does also not have any mention, so yeah. I guess that was also pretty useless.
Yeah, I think it's a thematic point, I guess.
And esteem, I got 4. And because I have 4 or less esteem, your dear commander is disgraced, and they will never hold command again.
You know what? That's kind of, that was my plan anyway.
Yeah. It all kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah. So let's frame one final scene. Oh, shit. I kind of want this to be just quiet, like, maybe it's just the 2 of us walking out of HQ with our discharge orders or something like that. Maybe like we'll skip ahead a bit after negotiation. And I think we've not talked much between, getting captured and then the fleet winning. And maybe this is the first time we see each other. As kind of
nice.
Yeah, coming at HQ. Who wants to be the one waiting outside as the other one emerges?
I can do that. So I think we'll see Aurora, like, gripping the discharge notice, like, intensely, like it's about to tear, and just like fidgeting and looking around and just waiting.
I think when Victoria's coming out, her head is down. She's on like communication on her data pad, kind of like trying to search for stuff. Her discharge papers are under her arm, and then she looks up and sees you, and she doesn't know if you got her far too intimate missive. So she's kind of like almost, she doesn't know how you'd react, but she kind of just sees you and just like, what? There you are.
And then as soon as Aurora sees Vix, like, oh my goodness, you're all right, and goes for another bear death hug. Like, I was so worried, and I saw you got captured, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't get any orders. I'm sorry. I should have done. I'm so glad you're safe. Just a babble.
Yeah, I think you're screaming. Victoria's gonna whisper, Dude, wait. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay. All right. Okay. Uh, and you finally go. It's like, what? So you didn't get my orders that day?
No, I didn't get anything. I saw their enemies, and I just knew I had to help.
Oh, that's fine. There weren't all the things I wrote down in my orders that day. I honestly would have preferred to say them to you directly. And she kind of gestures her papers. Well, war is done, and I don't think you've heard, but I've kind of been disgracefully discharged.
Two of a pair. I think you'll see the like retreat from battle and like big red letters stamped on Aurora's papers.
Oh, yeah. And she brings up her papers, and the main note of contention is favoritism. Yeah. Turns out they were fully aware of our private channel.
Oh man, I really should have seen that coming.
Yeah, they kind of waved it off because we were getting results, but not. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, out of character. What was your question to Victoria? Because I forgot. Because
me too. I don't think you remembered.
Yeah, everything got immediately sad, so I forgot.
Oh, what was it? What was it? There was the promise to drink wine together.
Yes.
And then there was the question. Victoria had a secret.
Yeah. No, I think you asked Victoria of something, and then Victoria asked you later. You know, what did you want to do after the war?
Why did you become commander?
Oh, okay, yeah. And I think like when you mentioned the private channel, I think Victoria's just like, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess we're done. You didn't get my orders, but the long and short of it is that basically, you know what? No, before we get to that, one thing, sorry, I'm a bit scattered. It's just I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been far too long.
Yeah, let's say, but let's not do that again.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So I asked you, what did you want to do after the war? Because honestly, I have no idea what to do now.
Well, this is gonna make this hard then, because I kind of had no idea. My plan was just kind of see what you wanted to do, and then follow along. I've never been good at orders, but I just wanted to stay with you after the war was done.
I think when you say that, her eyebrows kind of shoot up. Because yeah, that's what she wanted as well. I think, but what she says like, well, I don't have to keep giving you orders. That's not what I do anymore. I thought I'd be good at it, and I guess to an extent I was. It's kind of why I wanted to be commander, but no, I don't. Having to decide stuff for you, it sucked. Or it really sucked.
Really?
Oh. Because it felt like I didn't trust you. You know? When that's the last thing I wanted to like say. Having to tell you what to do when honestly you know yourself so much and you know everything around you so much. It felt rude to have to tell you what to do.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I made it through that alive was because you were there. Because I trusted your orders. I knew you'd know what's the right path to take.
Well, we made it. So I'm glad it worked out. Okay.
You really did.
All right. One last order then.
Yes, Commander.
Let's take it easy. You still have that wine bottle?
Of course. I think it's like slightly worse for wear, and the paper that it was on has been like crumpled, but still held on to.
Let's start with wine then and see where we go from there.
Roger that.
Victoria's gonna extend a hand. Will you take it?
Of course.
Okay, and I think, yeah, let's end it there. Let's end it there.
Yeah,
Then holding
sounds
hands.
good.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it. We
did it.
kept them together. Oh, God.
No
Oh, my God.
one died. It all went well. Fuck the army.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck the army. Like, oh my God. Yeah. So let's wrap this broadcast before we expend all the feels. I'm gonna stop. If you wanna check out the game, it's Avowed by us at Starkplank. So link down below. Oh God. Emotional mech-jam, gauntlet, all that stuff. They're all down there. Oh my God, that was fantastic. I need to phrase that out just to like get out of, because that was fab. All right, I'll stop the broadcast and let's just stop feels. I don't know. All right, goodbye, YouTube.